All right, hi everybody. It's time for, as I like to say it right now, the anime that I'm going to be reviewing this season that is really has my full attention. Trigun Stampede. Now, to say that Trigun was an anime that I watched a lot of is an understatement. If I would have to count on one hand the animes that I watched on Adult Swim that were revolutionary and very important, one is Bebop and the other is Trigun. Now, I really only have one major gripe with this show, and one that's minor. Let's talk about the minor. In the synopsis and in the episode that I just saw, they referred that Vash's bounty is the 6 million double dollar bounty. 6 million. In the original series that Madhouse did, it was the 60 billion double dollar bounty. That's not really a problem, and from my understanding, this series is supposed to follow the manga more closely. So my guess is that the manga should have it as 6 million. Excuse me. Now, the other gripe, Milly, who is in the original series, is not in this anime. Instead, we have, some people were calling him Light Wolfwood, which I don't really share that same opinion. His name's Roberto, and for what I found out, his last name is De Niro, like Robert De Niro. Anyway, I saw the first episode. Least to say, I have nothing to complain about when it concerns the animation. And listen, I'm not going to lie. Listen, CGI is not really something that a lot of people want to scream from the rooftops as far as anime is concerned. Because as we all know, most shows, most animes, if you're talking about the classics and you're talking about other shows, 2D is the way to go. So, doing something in CGI, people are going to be rubbed the wrong way. This show, the animation, it's great. It's good. It's good. It really is. Especially when you take a look at Vash, where his arms look, his gun, the fluid, the animation that is done. Okay, maybe a few scenes that were a little winky, but it's very fluid, very good. I like how they did the opening scene. Oh man, that was awesome. In space and everything, that was really good. Really good. Now, more or less what happens in the beginning of this episode, which is episode 1, Trigun Stampede, Noman'S Land, is where we see Vash in space, we see Rem, we see Knox, and they get on a ship, they get jettisoned away, the ship blows up, Vash screams Rem's name, we see that they land. After that, we cut away, and we get introduced to Meryl and Roberto. Now, she's not an insurance agent. She's a reporter. She's a rookie reporter with Roberto, who's a veteran. like Roberto. He's, he drinks, you know. Also, we don't have outlaws. We have the military police. Okay. These changes, listen, they're minor. I personally feel like Milly should have been included in this episode, this show. I don't understand why you took her out. Now, if it's because she's not in the manga, fine. But if she is still in the manga, I'm like, I don't know what you guys are doing here. But that's why it's called an adaptation. Personally, as an OG fan of the original series, I really did feel like they should have put Milly in. But Roberto, he's a good replacement. He is. No. He is. He's a good replacement. And we already get the feel of Trigun in this show. Trigun Stampede. You got the apocalyptic Western. It's there. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. When you see the desert, you see everything else. You see Vash tied up, just like in the original. And you see his goofiness and everything between. I can live with the hairdo. Okay? I can. Because they've embodied what Vash is in this first episode. They sell it 100%. No filler. 100%. What he was with the Madhouse adaptation, he is here. And that is what's important. Of course, when we get introduced to him and he gets to the town of Jorora Rock, I believe that's what it was, Jorora Rock, we get introduced to the townspeople and Rose, who he was there before, helped there with their plant. So it's a weird selling point because the first episode of the original series was obviously outlaws in there and what have you, and here it's more like he's helping people. And then the military police comes in and he has to do a duel with this military police guy. I loved it. I love the back and forth with Meryl and Roberto. I liked Meryl's character. Vash was very funny. He says, "Does anybody have a 22 caliber bullet?" And then Rose has some, and she throws it to Meryl. She throws it to him. The stupid military police guy's trying to stop him. He gets the bullet, and he grabs a rock. And he throws the rock. He shoots the rock with his gun, Vash style. And because he threw it when the guy shot a missile at him that turned, it's like a missile, and then it breaks open, and all these tiny missiles come out. He used the rock, shoots it, and destroys all the missiles. And after that whole thing happens, they leave. The military police guy gets, arrested or some shit like that. And Roberto asks Vash, "Oh, what are you afraid of? If you took out the military police like that, the guy didn't scare you, what are you afraid of?" And then he starts talking about his brother. Million Knives. Now, we don't really see Knives. You see him as a kid, and he's, Vash. He's like, being very evil as even a kid. And, you find out that he caused that crash of the plant and everything in between. And we see him with a hood playing the piano. So we already get this feel that Knives is going to be the obvious villain. He is the villain of really the whole series. And you get this feel, this understanding. It's there. And by the way, the music, amazing. And the end scene, amazing. The Orange did a very good job here. The complaints are really It's really minute. When you really think about it. Vash, way he looks, no. I have nothing to complain about that. Animation, no. Music, no. It's just certain elements that I feel they got rid of. And I'm like, I know it's minute, but Milly was really a good character, in my opinion, in the Madhouse version. She really was. But Roberto, yeah, he brings something to the table. He does. He does bring something to the table. And I can already tell you, based upon what I saw, and based upon, like the image of like whatever the poster was on the episode when I was watching it, we're going to get Wolfwood. And that's all you need to know. Okay? We're just not going to get Milly. And it's a downer, but I don't think it's a deal breaker. I really don't. I see major potential. And if this is following the manga, then we're going to get everything. I mean, the original anime gave us some, but not all, of what occurs in the manga. So, this is going to be a proper adaptation. I believe it's hard to say, compare this to Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist, and then it came out with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. But if the animation holds, and it's clear and crystal as it was in this episode, and brings the same level of action that I expect from a Trigun anime, I think we're golden. But overall, I give this... Overall, I would say... I still give it a 10 out of 10. I don't think there's anything in this episode that makes me feel like it was bad. No, I can't see it. They changed a few things. It's an adaptation. That's how you got to look at it. It really is. The only thing you need to know with this show is the animation clear and crystal? Does it look really good? Looks like that to me. The music looks good. Okay. What Vash is and what he brings to the anime. Was that present? Yes, it was. So, sit down and get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because this is in the long haul. From my understanding, it's probably going to be like 12, 13 episodes for this series. And I really think this is going to be a proper adaptation. It's not going to be... I love the original OG Trigun. It was freaking amazing. It really was. And okay, it's CG. It's still got the same vibe, man. So 10 out of 10. I hope that the next series of episodes we get is going to be just as great as this was. And down the road, obviously, Wolfwood. It was going to make his appearance. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And we're probably going to get I don't want to spoil anyone, if anyone saw, I gotta imagine people have seen the original, the Go-Ho guns and everything. The guys who were in cahoots with knives. So, buckle up. This is Bonkai 922. Trigun Stampede, man. It's on. Let's go. See you guys later.